Wow. Absolutely. Just wow. I'm so sorry I didn't see this earlier. By far, this is one of the best movies, if not the best movie I've seen for this entire year. Whether or not that still stands at the end of the year, I don't know, but definitely this is already going to make my top 10, possibly my top 5 movies for 2022. So now, where are we at with this movie that has taken so long to make? Last one came out in 1986, and this one in 2022. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your attention? Is it worth you actually going out there and viewing Top Gun Maverick? So what happens? Well, after 30 plus years, um, Pete Maverick Mitchell, he's still a member of the Navy's top aviators. Now, he's in the position that he still wants to be in, but working himself as a test pilot, he has chosen to continue on in the position of a captain, refusing to advance his position, namely because if he advances his position, he would be grounded. He would no longer um, be unable to fly in the way that he does. His recognition as a combat pilot has brought him on, though, as the coordinator for an upcoming mission in order for them to stop the development of nuclear weaponry from an anonymous, and I do mean anonymous, because they do not stress what nation this is. They don't say whether it's in the Middle East. They don't say whether it's in Europe. They don't say whether it's in Asia. They make it very clear that they are not going to tell us who is trying to develop nuclear weaponry, but they just say, listen, there's a problem. We need to get rid of them. We need to get rid of this potential. So they enroll Pete from his test pilotry um, in order to train up some of what would be classified as the best pilots for them to fly this mission and utilize his abilities in maneuverability, flight, and his knowledge of combat in order for them to pull off this mission. But it doesn't come without its own challenges, namely because the path that they have to take is a difficult one that no one has ever flown before. So it's up to Pete to train this new recruit of students and lead them in such a way that they are able to pull off this mission in the allotted time frame without any hitches. There is no room for mistakes. Of course, he has his own challenges, namely that his former accomplice or best friend, Goose, has a son who is enrolled in the exact same program that Pete is going to be leading, and this is the role taken on by Miles Teller, who I think does an absolutely fantastic job in this movie with alongside Tom Cruise. Now, off the bat, I have to apologize. I really have to apologize. I've seen this movie twice now. I watched it the first time and immediately had to watch it the second time. Why? Because this movie, it's very rare for me to actually have a movie that captivates me in such a way that I'm holding on to the edge of my seat for the entire movie. I hadn't even realized how much time had gone by before this movie had finished. And when it finished, I was hoping for more. I was really excited watching all of this. I saw it in 40x, and to me there is no other way to see this. If you the if you want an understanding of what 30 years of filming and preparing and script writing and visuals and camera work and angles really looks like, this is the movie. This is the one. Tom Cruise knocked it out the park. Now, initially, there's a lot of nostalgia in this, right? If you've watched the first Top Gun, I watched it recently before I went to go see this movie, of course. Um, there's a lot of callbacks, such as the motorcycle, such as Danger Zone. That even plays, and I was pleasantly surprised because I wasn't expecting that. I thought they would have gone with a new theme song, but it was nice to hear. It was nice to hear that little rendition come back. Tom's motorcycle, he's still riding the same old bike. They have the in the original movie, if everyone remembers the volleyball scene, they have something similar, but it's for a different purpose. And this is what I thought before I had watched Top Gun, because I watched it while I was younger, and then of course I watched it recently. This When I watched it recently, because I didn't remember it when I was younger, this is what I thought Top Gun would have been. This is what I expected from the movie. I appreciated the first one. There was a lot of strange, very, very odd sexual tension between some of the pilots, but yeah, very, very, very strange. But nonetheless, though, in this, there's a reason behind everything. Team building. There's camaraderie. There's friendships that are born, and even a lot of the tension that you feel, the tension is realistic because you know that there's a time frame that has to be that they have to acquire their goal within. Now, all that to say, one thing I really did love that they did in this, they showed respect to the character of Maverick. They showed a lot of respect to the character of Maverick. There's a particular scene that damn near made me stand and applaud. And I think everyone will know what it is I'm talking about, where none of the students are kind of down and out because they don't believe that the time frame that Tom has said that the mission needs to be completed in is possible. So what do the higher ups do? They decide to ground him and get rid of him, and they expand the time frame beyond what Maverick had said it would be to give the students more time to pull off the mission. Of course, it wouldn't have worked because then they would have had to go into a dogfight with other pilots, something that they weren't ready for. But in this case, Maverick, knowing that this is the time it needs to be done in, and just to show the students that what he's saying is legit and what he's saying is truthful, and also it's not just truthful, it's possible to actually do it. You just have to focus. He decides to go show the students how to pull off this mission, and he pulls it off perfectly. That, by far, to me, was the absolute best scene in the movie, because you get a full frontal view of what it's like to be in this jet alongside Maverick, and then to see him execute those maneuvers in such a way, it was just crazy. I love this movie. I can't wait to purchase it. As soon as it comes out, I'm purchasing this. If I were to give this a ranking right off the bat, I would rank this possibly a 9 out of 10. And the only reason I can't give it a 10 out of 10 is just because of some of the side characters. But other than that, Tom did an absolutely excellent job. Miles Teller, excellent job. I love that little scene with Val Kilmer. I thought it was a wonderful little comeback. Yeah, but I would rank this a 9 out of 10. And if you haven't seen this movie, by all means, go see it. Go see it twice. Take some loved ones to go see it. Recommend it to other people and go see it. And go see it again. I can't say enough about this. I loved it. But let me know what you guys think, whether or not you've seen Top Gun Maverick, and if you haven't, will you be going to view this at any point in time? And let me know what you guys think. Until then, see you.